This is my, I don't know how to say it, Liverwong Chinese 6-inch battery powered saw. It takes DeWalt batteries. I think you can buy them all kind of different ways for all kind of different batteries. But I got it for my DeWalt batteries because I have a DeWalt drill. Comes with 4 chains. Cute, huh? Now this chain fits it. But I think this is the one that doesn't fit it. They both say the same thing. But one of them is 36 links and one of them is 37 links. The 37 links do not fit this saw, or maybe it's 27. Anyway, it ends in an odd number. So I have 4 chains at home, or 3 chains at home that I can't use because they're for a different saw. But still, they're only like $12 for four chains. There is no oiler. The chain runs dry. Therefore, the chain is prone to stretching. Now, chains don't really stretch, but what happens is every little moving part gets a little wear in it. And when you add them all up, the total length of the chain gets longer. And you can adjust it by loosening the bar, little wrench it comes with. And there is a Phillips head screw right there that is very hard to get to. Or I think it's hard to get to. I got it. So did you see the chain tighten up? It just tightened up. And then you tighten this. So that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. It does tend to grab straw and get jammed up in there. You'll see that in some of the videos I'm going to show you. Comes with an oiler, and I put some oil in. Well, comes with an oil can, and I put some oil, but it's just a pain in the rear, so I don't use it anymore. Came with a little chain guard that it worked. It was on a pivot right here. It was on a pivot right here with a spring, so when you cut deep, it would fold back out of the way. And I guess it worked okay, but it was on a plastic pivot, and it broke off actually this morning. So I'm gonna leave it off, don't need it. It comes with a screwdriver and a little T-wrench, and it's made like super cheap, super light. I don't know how long it's gonna run. It's a little noisy. So this is the chain adjuster. It pulls the bar out. As the bar goes out, the chain gets tighter. It's a very small thread, and it's very hard to get to head. And probably, I don't know what's going to die first, the motor or this sprocket or this thing, but one of them's going to go. So the bar, this is the setup. The bar's on the machine. That little deal is the tightener. It pushes the bar out, tightens the chain. This is all plastic. Fits on there with one little nut. Nut goes on there. Snug it up with the T-wrench. And that's it. Good to go. I guess I should have taken the battery out when I did that. But one of the weak links of this saw is that grass gets jammed up in here and will either stop the blade if it's too bad, or just drag your battery down because you're doing work that you don't necessarily need to do. I just bought 4 new chains, and they're too long. They're like 1 length long, which means I have to screw the adjustment all the way out to make them work, which means they're not going to last very long because I have no adjustment. That one's not bad. That's one of the originals. Unfortunately, I could not make the new chain work. It was just too long, and I ran out of adjustment on the little adjustment screw. So put the old chain back on. It'll do for today. Yeah, that's too bad. I got 4 chains that I can't use, and I've cut the package all open. So $12 gone. I guess I have to count links. I didn't think about counting links. I just thought it's a 6-inch chainsaw, so I bought chains for a 6-inch chainsaw, but I guess they're not all the same. So lesson learned. And I bought a new sprayer. The old sprayer finally kind of died. It got to where it wouldn't hold pressure, so in order to spray I had to pump. And I should have done this a long time ago, because this sprayer is so much more comfortable with the wide shoulder straps strapped to connect them together so it doesn't fall off when I lean over them, and the big waistband. And not only is it more comfortable, the spray pattern is much more controlled, so I have less collateral damage. More of the spray goes where I want it, and it actually holds 4 gallons, which is more than I want it towed around. I usually have about 1 gallon, maybe a little more in there. That's enough. Now, if I was just walking down the road, walking straight up and down, I could probably do 3 gallons, but climbing through the bushes and the vines, a little over 1 gallon is plenty. So this is me before I grabbed this 6-inch battery powered saw. I cut everything with a handsaw. It's not terrible. The handsaw is pretty sharp, but it does make you have to clear out a bigger area to get the saw in there and room for your elbows. And all of these trees are surrounded by blackberries, so it meant that I bled a lot more. And you see the backpack sprayer I had, the straps constantly fall off, so I'm just so much better right now. So we're going to make a little transition here between testing the saw and using the saw in a real world situation. We have an invasive species on our property. Thank you, China. It's called a Chinese tallow tree or a popcorn tree. It is, I don't know if poisonous is the right word, but animals won't eat the leaves. And it has a lot of fruit, a lot of nuts, berries, and the animals cannot eat them. So the deers, the raccoons, the squirrels, none of the mammals can eat this thing, and it grows faster than even the pine trees, and it spreads like wildfire. So last 3 years, it's been my personal goal is to rid our 124 acres of popcorn trees, and I'm doing it systematically, area by area. Last year I did it with a handsaw. Well, the last 2.5 years I just got this battery saw recently, and I've been using it and abusing it, and I'm going to show you how it does. Now, unfortunately, these first couple of clips, it's early morning, and my little GoPro wannabe does not do well in dim light, so it's kind of hard to see what's going on. But later on, the full sun comes out, and you can see better that what this saw will do and what it won't do. Okay, I see one up ahead that I did not get. Now, another nice thing about my new sprayer is it has a steel wand, so it'll knock down these old blackberry vines and keep them out of your face. Just see this one right now. Okay, so you get to see the saw in action. I'll try to figure out which way it's going to fall and cut on the other side. Okay, now keep in mind this is not a new blade on this little saw. Now, I've had a couple of failures. I've had some of these stumps re-sprout. So I am now spraying them a little harder and spraying around the perimeter. It's kind of disappointing when you cut them and you come back and you see them sprouting up again. Now, I got this new camera mount on my head, so I have no idea what it's looking at. Okay, I don't see any more right in here. I'm gonna back up a little bit and go where it's a little clearer. I think I get more bang for my buck if I can see what I'm doing. And I do fall down sometimes because my legs get all tripped up in these vines and sticks. I fell down the other day on my back and I couldn't get up. I felt like a turtle. I had to unstrap the sprayer, get up without it, and then pick the sprayer up. I'm glad I wasn't laying in an ant pile or a hornet's nest. Geez, I don't know what would have happened. Maybe I would have found the strength to get up if that was the case. I think that's one. It's got so many vines on it, it's really hard to tell. Well, let's cut it. I don't think that's one. It doesn't, the stump doesn't look right. Whatever it is. If it was still alive, it's not alive anymore. I got these work pants. My wife calls them my cardboard pants. They're very stiff and awkward, but they protect me from the thorns. So I put them on. I don't even really bring them home very often to wash them. I just hang them up because they get so nasty. The popcorn trees tend to grow in groups. So you'll see none and see none and see none. And then you'll see a little patch of them. And I see one right over there. Now, I have not been in here before. So I'm surprised that I don't see more. Pretty thorny right here. But we're gonna get through. Alright, so what do we have? So this looks like a dead one. That one is not dead. That one's pretty healthy, so it's gotta come down. And right next to it, look, a couple of white oaks. So yeah, this is a good score here. Cut this down and make extra room for some white oaks. So you don't have to share water and share nutrients.
This trip in the woods and the next couple of trips in the woods, I've found a lot of them that are big enough. I could use a chainsaw, but can you imagine trying to drag a chainsaw through all this muck and vines and then having to start it every time? I'll just go slower with this little battery-powered 6-inch saw. It's doing the trick and it's doing what we need.
And right here is a big one. They got missed for some reason, just because they're hard to see. So let's take this one down. I kind of like to lay them down if I can, because otherwise I'll be trying to get back to the same one. I'll see it, but at least I can lay it over. And the pink dye doesn't last long, but when I'm going through all these circles, it lets me know where I've been the same day. And if I'm in a group of like cutting 5 or 6 all right together, it lets me know which ones I've sprayed and which ones I haven't sprayed. Actually, I don't know if I've been in here or not. One doesn't look cut. That one's standing dead. There's one. That is, it's not healthy looking, but it's, ooh.
Now, if I was back using my handsaw, I would have to cut a bunch of more vines to be able to get in there, have room to use the saw and swing my elbow without getting all ate up with the blackberry vines. But with the little battery saw, if I can just get my arm in, I can cut the tree and then get back out. So this is kind of a deal changer. This is a big deal.
So it's got to come down.
Yeah, it's got a little safety button. You can't turn the saw on without holding the safety button down, and I'm okay with that, because this could be a terrible thing if it went off accidentally. But the location of the button, I can't activate it with the saw in a horizontal position like I'm cutting a tree. I have to pick the saw back up out of the cut and hold it up straight press the button, start the saw. And I don't know if that's just me or if the button's in a bad spot.
I thought I
So
was
that's one little
recording this whole time.
thing that
I got
I'm
like
not crazy about on a slow
1,
saw.
2, 3, 4 right here close together. I can't see my camera, and it just made the little noise to let me know it was off. So anyway, I got 4 big ones right here, real close together, and I got them down. So where are we going to go now? Let's go this way. Now I have gotten lost in here. My phone does have a compass on it, but I refuse to use it because I'm an old man, hard-headed old man. And I have spent a lot of time wandering around thinking I knew where I was. And I come out onto the trail or the ditch I've dug. Totally different place from what I thought. There's a big one. Yeah, obviously I haven't been in here at all. These kind of vines that trip you up. My balance is not what it used to be, so this is not one that I have my hands on, but this big one is definitely one. Pretty good sized one. So I wandered into kind of a strange little area here, and I shifted from cutting popcorn trees to cutting these big vines and spraying them. I guess these are probably native and have always been here, but I really don't like the way they take over the big trees and kill them. So I cut them and spray them. And whether or not I'm doing any good, I'm not doing any harm. Yeah, this is a weird little high area, no pine trees. What's up with that? Hardwoods. Even a big old huge magnolia tree over there.
So if you're new to my channel, I have a condition. I have lots of conditions, but one of them is called essential tremor. It makes my hands shake. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, but I'm not drunk. I just got shaky hands.
Okay, our property line, part of our property line on the map is a very squiggly line. I'm assuming it's the drainage ditch that I tied into to drain that big middle part. And I gotta believe that straight downhill there, geez, that's quite a drop off. This is kind of cool. No popcorn trees, no pine trees, all kind of other swamp trees, some big ones too. Okay, so which way do I go to get out of here? Look, somebody flagged. What in the world? Would somebody tie a flag and pole right there? Let's say a trap of some sort. But one tree. Okay. Making my way toward the sun, which is toward the cabin. Oh, looky here. Somebody has cut down a popcorn tree today because it's still pink. I had no idea. I was still in the same place. We're in the same place I was this morning. Okay, the backpack is getting a little heavy and I'm getting a little thirsty. So it'd be nice when we get out where I can just walk like a normal person. I think that's the easy way out. But who wants to do things that are easy? Let's go this way. I see amazingly few snakes in here. I think I've only seen one this whole summer. That was a beautiful gray rat snake, big long rat snake. Now gray rat snakes, when they see you, they freeze. You kind of, that's one of the ways you can identify them is they don't run away. Okay, there's a popcorn tree right there. Right? Right. There's a stick in the eye.
One thing this little saw will do is cut a vine if it's in tension. So if there's a bunch of vines in a bush and you just wave it at the vines, it doesn't really cut, it just kind of bounces off. But if you're hung up on a vine and you pull it tight, it'll whack that vine in half instantly, which is really kind of nice when you're going through all this junk.
Okie dokie. A couple of little ones here. And where was that other one? Here it is. I'm going to go around this way. Again, I'm going to cut it a little bit away from the ground just because it makes it much easier, and I'll use two hands.
So I have two matching batteries I bought off the internet when my original batteries died for my drill. I had been using one, and the following week, not this week, but the following week I used the other one, and there's a huge difference between those two batteries. This one doesn't last nearly as long as the other quote-unquote identical battery. So I guess this battery's on its way out. Yeah, all batteries are not the same, even though they were bought at the same time and used more or less the same amount of hours.
And I see 4 more, 5 more right here. So maybe tomorrow morning I can find my way back to this spot. Now this may kill this one, but it's still standing. And it's still sucking up sunlight that other trees can use. All right, I'm gonna try to find my way out directly because I got no more battery, and kind of try to figure out which direction it is so I can come back tomorrow. And about the battery, typically it lasts about an hour and 15 minutes depending on what I'm cutting. When I cut these big trees, obviously pulls the battery down faster. But typically, the battery runs out about the same time as I run out. In the summer, this is dreadful up in here. And after about an hour, I'm ready to go play somewhere else. So I guess I could carry another battery with me. I have another battery at home. Or I could buy a bigger, heavier battery. But for the most part, this has worked out well. So I have not found where I left off yesterday. Although I have found enough mist trees to make my walk fruitful. Well, today, I'm going to outlast my battery. My battery's about shot, but I did cut down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, plus some little ones in this one area without having to walk. We're all right here. So, again, I'm not finished this area. There's a few more. And I never did find where I left off yesterday. So, back to the cabin. I got some other things I can work on while the battery's recharging. Okay, same day, after lunch. It's kind of almost ready to go home, but I said, well, let me come out here one more time. And since the battery goes down so fast on these big trees, it's not that physical. I don't spend that much time walking around, which is what kind of wears me out. Whoops. I do want to find out where I just was, because there was a bunch more that could be cut. I'm finding a bunch and I haven't even gotten to the spot I was looking for yet. You see the branches in there? Try to clean those out. This little area, this is one of the worst areas on the property, as far as so many of them so close together. Ouch. Okay, where are we? Okay, stop record. Stop record. Stop record. Okay, I'm back where I was this morning. I still got a lot of trees to cut. I may wear the battery down again. Without moving. Or without trudging. There's one. Here's one. That one's cut. That one is not cut. So I saw a water moccasin this morning. I think it was a water moccasin. I know my snakes pretty well. But he was acting not like a water moccasin. Water moccasins usually hold their ground. They don't run. This one was evading me. Water moccasins usually sit back and show you that pearly white mouth. That's why they call it cotton mouth. This one didn't do that. He just kind of slowly tried to get away. But he was a moccasin, I'm sure. He was laying in the bottom of one of my freshly cut dishes on that clay. Trying to warm up, probably. Maybe it was a little cool for him to be act up too bad. Ooh, that one's hard to get to. I'm gonna go around the other way. And here's another one. Good grief. Now, some of these big ones, it'd probably be nice to have a gas chainsaw, because they're probably pushing this little thing. But I tell you, dragging a gas chainsaw around the woods and starting it every time you see a little bitty bush, yeah, I don't know what. Ow. I'm not sure which is. I'm gonna stick with this one. Ow. Since I used a handsaw for the first year. And cut an awful lot of little trees down with that handsaw. Okay. There's another one out there. I guess I'll go ahead out there and try to get it. Ooh, this is a blackberry. Ouch. I didn't wear my long sleeve shirt. Although it's not 100% protection. It helps a little bit. Okay, hey, look at this bed. Somebody was sleeping here last night. And I'm going to spray this chemical, and they're real sensitive to smell. But I'm sorry. A healthy forest, in the long run, is better. Is better than peace of mind for one day. That's the way I look at it. I'm getting farther away from where I wanted to be. But I wanted to get these while I could see them before they got away from me. I'm not real sure that was one. That might, oh, that was one. There's a vine and it has leaves that look just about like the popcorn tree leaves. Sometimes I've cut some trees down that I probably shouldn't have. Baby. And a big boy. Now I bet my hand didn't shake so much. I'd probably cut more efficiently and my battery would last longer. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Okay, so what do we have? Time to go back where... Ooh, there's a big one over there. This one's dead. I don't know why these things are dying, but I like it. I wish they'd all die. And in the back, some other trees are, big ones are dying. Some of the ones that I hacked with the hatchet and put the poison in are dead, or dying. Some of them seem unfazed. And some of them, for no reason I can tell, are dying. Okay, before I get too far this way, I'm going to go back and get the ones where I just was, where most of them were. Stop, record. This right here looks like it's underwater for a lot part of the year. It looks different. Okay, what do we have left? There's one right over there I can possibly get to, but I'm going to get to it. And there's a big one over that way. Let's go get that one. I'm not sure what kind of person would enjoy watching this video after I put it together. I guess the kind of person just like somebody likes to watch somebody work. Boy, they never end. And there's a big one over there too. There's a big one right there. And here's a big one. I don't think my battery's going to make it. And there's another one right behind this one. Sorry, dears. I know I'm messing with your program, but this is good for you in the long run. 'Cause you can't eat this stuff. You can't eat the berries. You can't eat the leaves. They'll run your pretty oak trees away. The ones you need for your acorns. Oak trees can't compete with these things. Now, once I got these cut to the ground, and the oak trees around here are 10 years old,
Well, then that's going to be a fair fight. That'll be a fair fight, or a more fair fight. There's a little one right there. I gotta get it. Okay. Now, moving this way. Here's one. All right. Here's one. I'm running on the old chain because the new ones I bought had 20, 30, 37 lengths. Whoop. And this saw takes 36 links. So I have reordered. I'm just going to spray these little green ones. I reordered some. I think they'll be here tomorrow. Amazing. They just opened a huge Amazon fulfillment center in Baton Rouge. Huge building. No windows, just a big, huge building. But supposedly, it is not for local shipment. It is a, I don't know what you call it. Medium stuff goes from one warehouse to the next, and this is a okay. They're not stopping. This is the most popcorn trees I've cut down in this small of an area the last 2 years. This is like popcorn palace. And my blade is about to fall off. And when it does, I'm done for the day. I didn't bring the tools with me. And it's been used so much, it's so stretched. I don't know if there's any more adjustment to keep it tight or to tighten it. Okay. Oh my gosh. 10 of them right here. 8, 10. Good grief. I'm gonna come back here with the chainsaw. There's just so many, and they're so big. I got my little Sears chainsaw. I'm just running the battery down. Oh I'll walk out of here and I'll do the little ones. Okay, stop record. Listen to me when I'm talking to you. Stop record. Stop record. See the little pink on the tips? That's that dye I put in there. It lets me know that I've already sprayed this tree, and this tree, and this tree. Let's see if we can get out of here. Here's another little one. I'm gonna cut the little one. Okay, stop record.
But if it breaks tomorrow, I'm going to order 2 more. I love this little saw. It is perfect for me exterminating popcorn trees, Chinese tallow trees. I've cut thousands of them. I've cut hundreds and hundreds of them with a handsaw, and I've cut hundreds and hundreds of them with this little saw and this battery. Actually, I bought 2 batteries at the same time for my drill. Identical. One of them holds a charge much longer than the other ones. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, yeah, I would buy it again. Is it a good saw? I don't know how you define good. It works for me. It works for me. Will it last 20 years? No way in the world. But I've probably cut more with mine than 99% of people will cut in a 2-year period. And I've had it 3 months. Because I go in for an hour at a time and just cut. And cut till the battery goes down or till the blade goes kaput. Now, I've never had a blade get dull. Of course, I'm not cutting anything but popcorn trees, and they're fairly soft. But they do stretch until the adjuster won't adjust them anymore.